EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Now Prescott. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second.
Down. 50-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
He finds Corey Davis. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Score Vikings 7, Patriots 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they didn't get him down. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second and 6.
Check 20.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Room to run past midfield. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they can't bring him down. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there for the Patriots.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Touchdown! It's complete. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fielded just inside the 30. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A give to Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 3-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he goes out right around the 39.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Meanwhile, Dak's throw going to be caught by Davis. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. Where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll try again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 9. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Patriots.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Patriots go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Prescott's throw caught by Tony.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for Minnesota.
And the Vikings first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott eluding the pressure. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone knows to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give, running left is Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
The 12-yard line.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott.
Throw right side taken in by the tight end, Bryant.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And out of bounds right around the 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day. Check back 27. Check back 27.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 10 yards.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. 3 balls.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Patriots. First down.
On first down, Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New England, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.